Hello, everybody. Welcome to A Boy, a Girl, and a Mine. I'm Lem, and today we're going to be working on the last of my 2024 Christmas Village. So, every year I have the tradition of sitting down and working on a Christmas puzzle. I spread out one of those puzzle mats at the table. I get out my iPad. I put on every single holiday movie that I can get my hands on. Even to the point of getting to the Hallmark ones where, they've put out like 25 new ones with all the same plot. And I just work that puzzle to death. And this year, just with the way that things have turned out, I didn't end up getting to a puzzle. What I ended up doing was getting more and more and more back into Minecraft and just building this village. It started with laws. We're using the festive theme pack that I picked up in the marketplace. It's creative mode, and I just wanted to go in one evening and start building something. So we found ourselves a nice little snowy plot, and we started with this house. Well, after that, I started working on more and more and more, and now I have this whole holiday village that I've laid out. And since today is the day right before I'm going to go back to work from the break, I decided we need to build one more thing in the village before probably retiring it for the season. And next year, I don't know, we'll either start a new one or we'll come back and we'll add to this one. Who knows, what next year will bring, next Christmas will bring. So after we do this, I will take you all on a nice little tour of the village. Here's one of our happy little village bunnies. So he's hopping around. I love these little guys. I love how they're programmed because I actually have rabbits, and these little guys are just as nosy as my own. So here's the plot we're going to be working with, and I think what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be doing probably like a little town hall. So right now the village started with that big house that you could see in the opening, and from there expanded. I added a few more little houses. I then started adding little storefronts because, of course, if you're going to have a village, you need something to do in the village. We have a magnificent train station, if I do say so myself. That was Law's suggestion. He built tracks around the town to take us all over. But I think the last thing we need in this little town, at least for now, is Little Town Square. I did have somebody who suggested like a jail or a prison, but I have absolutely decreed that nobody is that naughty in this village that we're going to need to lock anybody up. As amusing as that would be, especially, I could see like filling it with the little gingerbread men that are in here. That could be kind of hilarious to me, but I think we're going to keep this on an upbeat note. I generally have quite the dark sense of humor, actually, and I like to laugh at things that you probably shouldn't laugh at. But I think when it comes to Christmas, I just like to keep it really upbeat, really positive, except for maybe later in the evening, and of course, we've got to watch Die Hard and maybe Violent Nights. And right now, I have paused one called Fat Man, which is probably one of the only Christmas movies besides like maybe Die Hard that I've heard the F-bomb be dropped in. So I'm kind of enjoying that one right now since it's end of season, and that's kind of how I'm feeling about going to work right now, to put it mildly. So, well, yeah, we're just going to clear out this space here. I do have day cycle turned on right now. I do have weather cycle turned on because when it gets nighttime and it starts snowing, even though the snow accumulation is kind of a pain in the butt, it looks so pretty as it's coming down. So, I could really be cruising this faster, but I'm doing the whole, moving and talking at the same time, and apparently I don't have that kind of energy today. No talking, walking, chewing gum, thinking. So we'll just get this all cleared out here. I already counted out the amount of space we have. I am by no means an expert player. I have seen some amazing things in videos that people have made, or even just some of those little worlds you could hop into and play into. with everything that's been crafted, that it just kind of blows my mind. This is just kind of my fun way of doing this, a little relaxing. I get kind of picky for the way that I like to see things, but it's by no means like the best way, or honestly something that somebody else might want to do. Now I'm going to put away my phone because it's buzzing at me, and it's people from work, and they don't understand that it's my day off still. So, ha on them. All right, so what I did is I did go ahead and mark where the center front is going to be, just so you weren't sitting here watching me try to count things out and forgetting how to count, because it's happened once or twice today already. I've been hopped up on sugar. All that Christmas candy before you go behave, back to all the resolutions and stuff. So, yeah, we've got this marked on the center. I'm probably not going to stick with these particular steps. I'm probably going to go back and replace them with brick, but that's what I had marked. That's what I had in my little inventory at the time. So, and I've kind of started looking at how I'm going to do this layout. So as you see, little preview, here's the Village Inn, and I like doing the design style where we actually do something more than a flat front for all the buildings. Some of them that works very well, and I just feel like it adds more visual interest to some of our more important buildings if they have a little bit more architectural design to them. Definitely not my calling per se, but but here we are anyway. All right, so the thing that I always tend to do is start from a side, build out, and then mirror it on the other side. Even though I marked to the left there, I'm actually starting here on the right. Like, this is my OCD thing. Like, this is, I don't know. Somebody's going to probably be watching this at some point someday and going, oh, I hate how you build. And I'm going to say, cool. I do too sometimes. So, awesome. So we'll just say we want something kind of interesting visually for the corners. This will mirror my train station that I'll show you later. I used this block of netherite, and then I used bricks as my primary building sources for the train station. I figured echoing that could be pretty cool. What I'm trying to decide at this point is how much of a buffer I want between the windows and the actual edge of the building. So really, when I'm going into a building in Minecraft, I kind of hate it unless it's a whole glass corner. I'll show you on some of these other buildings up there, like this one here. Unless it's a whole glass corner, I don't always love having just the corner here, and then the glass right up against it. To me, it feels like it's not structurally sound. Now, this is silly because it's all pixels. This is just kind of my little quirky, spicy OCD kind of sensibility here in play. So I like to have that little bit of a buffer. And I already plan on this building being elevated. So having the steps up and in, and being, having the flooring down. So I know that I'm not going to want to do literal floor to ceiling windows. So doing a buffer here. And I've picked this lime stained glass. I wanted something that was going to look still kind of festive without being overly ornate. And I kind of like the way it looks against the red. And I'm just going to do a 2 by 1, 2, 3. Okay. So the thing I haven't decided yet on this also is whether I want to do some side paneling, almost like shutters, or like just the detail on the outside of the building. If I was using shutters, I'd use trapdoors. With the train station, I've used some of the pale oak planks around the windows, just kind of to give it that detail. I haven't quite decided yet, so we're going to start building, and then I might start chipping things out and replacing. We're also going to go ahead and frame this out on the top. And we'll continue that there. And now, because I do want a little bit of that visual interest, we're gonna bump this back a brick. All right. So once again, I do like my buffer. So, and that color might change, we'll see. And what I've really got to decide is what the front's going to look like. Sometimes I will, I'll pull up a picture of something that I like my train station. I really wanted something that gave me kind of the feel of the train station at Walt Disney World in the front. And I mean, it's not a replica because I am nowhere near that skilled whatsoever. But, and I think I will do a buffer here, a little interest point here. But I don't think I'll take it all the way up. We'll see. 3. Oops. Nope, we're not going to do that. We've got to do this right here. But just kind of that whole inspired by element. So sometimes I know what I want to do, but I'm not one of those people, like, I can't draw worth a darn. My stick figures are awfully cute, but I'm not one of those people who can just sit right down and make something completely gorgeous just by, thinking about what it should look like. I really, really wish I were, but I am absolutely not. So, for me, sometimes I just have to pull up that picture and figure, take a look, figure it out, say, how would this go? What would this look like? All right, now what I'm trying to decide is if I want to do these netherite blocks again. And I think I am going to put them here at the corner as it bumps out, kind of almost like that column feel on your building. And then we'll do brick here. This part might get replaced. We will see. But already it's not looking like a nice little frontage. And I like the way that feels. I might come through. Well, let's see what this looks like. Let's see if we like it. Instead of all the mites, we can answer that in 2 seconds flat, right? There we go. Do we like that? I don't know. Let's live with it for a few. We'll live with it. We'll come back to it. We'll gripe about it. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gotta have the building tall enough. I don't like that cramped feeling when you go into some of these buildings. And yeah, okay. And now, here's the funny thing. I'm going, how did I do this? And am I going to keep that bit of block there? I don't know if I'm going to build that out once I get to doing the inside, or whether I'm going to decide that I like it better without, but we'll see. It is funny how much effort sometimes I'll have to put into actually mirroring something. Especially when it's in the entire other side of the building. On the train station, I thought I had the ceiling, the 3rd floor area right the first time around, and went back and it was totally wonky. It was jacked up looking. It wasn't matching the other side of the roof. Oops. Love Minecraft logic. And so I had to basically tear the thing, half of it apart, and start working it again. I mean, it is one of the beautiful things about being on creative mode. And I have done some interesting builds through survival, but sometimes there's just something kind of relaxing here about just coming in and making something that looks pretty. Just kind of pulling a theme pack, getting your texture pack going, and just kind of enjoying the time building. I like building with Lego a lot. I think we are gonna destroy that right there for now and let there be a bump in, but we'll see. You know what? I'm about to take that back because I don't like the way that isn't symmetrical on that side. These just nail-biting decisions here, folks. And look what I did. See? For any other OCD person watching, there you go. Fixed it. We're better now. Mostly. Okay. So we are coming back. We're double checking what we did the last time because we have the memory of a goldfish. And not even a really fancy, koi or anything. A legit goldfish. Alright. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we go. Alright, cool. Look at that little snow that just came. I don't know if you guys are in part of the world that's getting snow right now, but I'm in part of the world that's gotten freezing rain, and I'm kind of ticked off. Oops. I'm kind of ticked off about it because I think if it's going to be cold and precipitating, it needs to be snow, because at least then it's pretty. Now we have to decide how this archway is going to go. And look, I've already said archway like I've decided, and I haven't quite yet, but I do know that this doesn't match anymore. And we want us some brick here. Okay, there we go. And we'll probably replace what's on either side of that. So, giving this a look. I like the way that's come together. I don't know about you, but if you're watching, you'll probably let me know in the comments. Please be kind. I will cry. Don't make me cry. It's still Christmas. But here we go. Okay. Just getting real with you. We don't know each other that well yet, but if you keep watching, you will get to know way more than you ever wanted to, because this is what my videos are going to be like. I don't know what... I know Laws is planning on doing some survival mode and rocking that, doing different, 100-day challenges and things like that. Me, I'm going to be just kind of chattering away, or nattering away, really, and building some stuff on Creative primarily, and then we'll do a few videos together every month. So, alright, so I want to make this... Oops, not stairs. Pay attention to what you're doing. Alright, so we know you're going to have to be able to step someplace. And we're going to do a double door, so I'll probably use the green doors, and I'm probably going to inset them, because I really want more of a stately kind of entrance, kind of a classic look, something that is somewhat impressive when you walk in. I mean, it won't really be, because I'm building it, but I mean something that is at least somewhat visually interesting. Let's see, which doors do we want? Let's go with it's the iron doors. And that would be kind of interesting. I'd have to put plates on, which I'm trying. Well, how did we do this? We did leave. Okay, we could do that. Alright, so let's do the iron doors. And then, yeah. I mean, because those look pretty, right? Am I right, or am I right? Okay, so we'll need plates. And we are going to use the dark oak inside, so we'll go ahead and use the dark oak for now here. I might change it to one of the other stone, etc., but for now we will use dark oak. Testing our doors open. They open. We didn't screw that part up yet. Yay us. Alright, so we'll go ahead and finish this bit out. And then we'll brick the tops. Oop, not. Wow, I am just not paying attention to what I have selected. There we go. And I think we're going to want to create an archway. I feel like that's very necessary. So we can do it with... I mean, we have all sorts of options for building materials. Let's see what we think about in the brick at first. And we're just going to keep playing with this until we like it. Like, I already don't think I like that. So let's see about actually doing this here and giving it more of kind of this bump out. We'll come to the stairs. I won't need those doors anymore. I don't know about you, but I'm kind of a lazy crafter too. Like I want to I want to spend as little time as possible. So I want to make sure when I have something equipped, it's like stuff I'll actually be... No, you don't like that. It's something I'll actually be using. What do we think about that? Does that look nice? We happy here? Should we do the entirety of this back area in the white? I'm starting to think yes. Or at least one more. And then we'll go. There we go. Yeah, I think that's more fitting. And we might go one more on Okay, so there's our first level right there. And we are starting to look very much like a Hollywood movie set where there's nothing behind it. Okay. Now here's my weird part. I need to start keep building the front, but I really kind of want to make sure that I do some of the floor layout and do the sides. Sometimes it helps me kind of rethink what I want to do with the rest of it. I'm sure I will drive people crazy with my ADD style. It's narrow, spicy life, people. Oop. Went too far. And I cannot wait to get my, at least some kind of ceiling in there so we stop getting the snow on. I could turn the snow off for now. I'm not going to. This is just what happens when you build, right? When you build in kind of a wet time of year. And we will probably take this all the way to the corner, I'm thinking. So we'll go ahead and mark that there. And do the bricks here. And let's see. Boop. All right. So, and I think the back won't be as interesting as the front because it's the back of the building. So, you know how these buildings are. Like sometimes they've actually done something, but I mean, sometimes it's like, well, it looks stately from the front where everybody's going to enter and see it. And, you know, we only have so much in the budget. So, all right. We know we'll be doing that and that. Okay. So now we decide what happens with what's going to be this middle section where the next layer of flooring will be. All right, so we might do an awning at some point. I don't know. As you see here, I used a completely different style of brick. And what did I do over in this other one? I think I just kept it going up with the brick, with the exception of, oh, you're getting a sneak preview of my station. But I do like to kind of see how I did things before. Because guess what? It's that memory like a goldfish. So, with a building like this, I think I would like to have a little variety. So I think we're going to try using this netherite here and see what I think of it. Did we do? Oh. Oh. What did I do differently? Oh, no, we're not at that part yet. Okay, we're good. We're good. It's all right. I thought we were a little farther along and that I'd already messed up the symmetry in a big way again. I mean, this is not nail-biting action here, folks. How badly will she F this up? Okay. I absolutely hate it. Nope, that's not going to work for me. Okay. Back to the drawing board. That is, once again, the nice thing about creative. We can just tear it down and see what looks good. We are going to be using that for the roof and an echo of what's going on over at the station over there. So maybe this becomes our little stripe. In fact, we could use something like that's over at the hotel. That's another one of the sandstones. But, I don't know. Let's see how this looks. Or watch us just go back to the brick and not do anything with it. Alright, I am not going to do this little bump out yet, because I might decide to do something else with it. Okay. And this might work. We'll see, especially if I decide to do a little bit of an awning that comes out, little covered area. And then we're going to take a look. Let's go ahead and do the, but it's not going to extend there. It's going to go here. All right, so now upper floor. Oops. Well, how did I do that? I clicked on it, that's how. And across. And I already know that I would like to do a peak on the roof here. Come on. Wow, we've got some lag, boys and girls. Boy howdy. Alright. I have not yet decided if this is going to be 2 stories or 3. I think I just want to keep it at 2 stories because I really like the inn and my house being the tallest buildings. I mean, actually the station is like 2.5 stories, but it's actually the lower part on the map. So I think if we go there, I think we'll be pretty happy. Maybe. We'll see. Oops. Oh, wow, she's just having an issue today. Major issues, reporting for duty. Okay. So now we're just going to count that, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I tell you, if I don't check this, there'll be a problem later. That is the LEM guarantee. Shoddiest work in the West. Alright, so I know we'll at least want this much here. I think. Maybe. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this floor in. And that way, once the floor is in, I can kind of see what's going on with the upper floor. That honestly may be purely cosmetic. Don't know yet. We might not use this upper floor for anything. It might have little offices or something in it. I don't know. Sometimes it's all just for looks. Alright. So. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, and it stopped snowing for us. That's very nice. Now that we have filled the house, the town hall with snow. Very cool, thank you. That is why we put in the floor ahead of time. But we were too lazy for that. Alright, we acknowledged it, and we kept doing the thing we wanted to do. That's pretty much my life right there. Completely ornery. And across. This is where we add the ASMR qualities, and it becomes hypnotic. Going back and forth, back and forth. Just watch those blocks be added. No, I'm just kidding. It's not going to be that kind of channel. Unless you subscribe. Okay. Anyway, kids. Alright, so family friendly. 100% not at all sketchy. Okay. So we've got us a building. Congratulations, us. Okay, so let's start doing this same thing again. We're going to figure out what the heck we're up to. That's always important. And we're going to continue with that. Okay. And here's the question. I think I generally like to keep it Let's add a little bit of an interest point here. Oop. Not there. You know, I love it how the one you break is not the one you actually wanted to break. It was like, oh no, you totally wanted this little bit of glass sticking out in the middle of the air. We knew. We're here for you. We're down for it. Alright, so the problem we're going to run into if I want to do it like that is how that's not going to line up. And we're going to have to make this almost like a false front. But we can do that. There's no problem doing that. There we go. In fact, watch me later on. This might become a window seat. Ooh, okay, cool. So we're kind of getting an idea of how tall that peak is going to be on the roof just by seeing how we're adding things here. Okay. Alright. And the answer is it might not be as tall as I think it is going to be. And that's okay. Sometimes we let the building tell us what it wants to do. I'm just not sure it wanted to do this. We're going to find out. Alright. And I think we are going to run these pillars up top more, which means we might end up putting in, yeah, we'll need windows right here, because that's what we had before. And we like continuing with the symmetry. Okay. That looks rather clever. We like that. There will be a window here in the center once we're done with the rest of this. Considering putting white underneath this or doing some kind of like upside down stairs, kind of to add kind of that window framing to it. We could do it in white. Let's see what that looks like. Don't love. Let's see if we curve it. Let's live with it a bit and think about it. But I feel like in that case we would need to bring the white bricks down here. Right, or the pale oak rather. Alright, let's see what we think about that after a little bit. Alright, nope, moving on. It's okay. We're going to continue this again. Alright, so we know we were doing this. 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, wait. But this, my friends, was supposed to be stairs. Okay. Then we'll do the glass. And glass there. Oh, there we go. Wow, this lag. The internet is not my friend today. Or maybe it's my computer saying, you haven't really done this much with this in a while. Okay. Boop. That's the official placement noise. Boop. I bet you didn't know that. Bet you had some other kind of sound pack going on. That's okay. Not everybody can be as cool as I am with the boops. Okay. Let's see. And we'll have to put in the other window. Symmetry, symmetry, symmetry. Wait, is that where it goes? It is where it goes. Okay. Just second guessing myself. That's what happens when a whole day and night pass and you haven't slept. You start getting into wonky decision making. Alright, so here's the question. Do we like this side better? Let's move this. Without. Or do we like this side better? I feel like there needs to be something under here. And maybe it needs to run the whole line. Kind of like we did over there. And that could make it... Yes, that's what we need to do. Alright. So we're going to echo something that we did on the other building. Oop. Let's get this right. There we go. And did we do it there too? I think we did not. That's fine. But did we do it like that? Did we curve it or not over here? I feel like I like it better. Yeah, I like it better without the curve there. Alright, so something we did that I don't know that we'll do in this building. Whoa, I'll turn around now. Whoa. I like that better already. Yeah, that works for me. Alright. And we can give this a shot. We can see if we like this. We might not like this at all. So one thing we did on the train station was this kind of... Oop, there we go. Kind of like the little support... Oopsies. Near. Little support posts. But we also did the awning over there. So I don't know if this is something we're gonna really like the look of. But I do like the idea of it mirroring what we did before. Oh, and I guess we did do it. We did the corner here. I did not want... Okay, there we go. No, I kind of like that though. You can leave it in the comments whether you think it was great or not. But once again, if it's not nice, I will cry. So, be nice. Okay, and I think here we need to do another kind of interesting window. And that could be interesting with air quotes. I'm cool with that. Very cool with that. That is kind of actually... You know, though, I think we're going to bump this one out. Let's see how it looks. And we could switch it to the blocks too and see if we like that better. We do this. Oh, she left behind the block she needed because she was busy trying to get fancy with it. Don't church it up, dirt. Alright. Oh, I like that. I think that works. Okay. I mean, the next thing we'll be doing is the roof. And, yeah, we're gonna see how that... Yeah, I like the way that looks. I think we're doing... I think we're making something special here. What do you think? It's special, alright, yeah? Okay. Just looking around at how I've done some of the other buildings. But I think, oh, look at that skeleton. How dare he? How dare he spawn in the town hall? Go away. Go eat a sandwich. Too skinny. Okay, so let's see. It is time. We're going to start with this part of the roof here. And we already know that we plan on bringing the roof out a little bit because it looks super weird, at least in my opinion, when it's totally flat. Boop. And yes, we do have the rest of the building to build. I get that. Alright. We may even come out further than this because of all the other things we've done here. Whoa, laggy, laggy. So I think we are for now. We can always beat it up again later and dismiss it from our lives. We might see about putting something here in the middle, like another couple little glass panes. And I think the question is, what needs to happen with this roof? Does it need to come up forward more? And I feel like the answer may be yes. Or do we want to do something, oopsies, like that? I mean, that kind of looks cracked out right there, doesn't it? With what it ends up doing. So I'm going to say no. But I don't know that I love the way that's going to sit back like that. So we might end up doing a lot of remodeling later. Yeah, because what are we going to do about this? Okay. Life decisions. Starting to question them. I'm really starting to question them. Alright. Well, we'll get back to that in a few on our next video.